I started by saying I've been in this thing for 30 years. Each of you have been in it for some chunk of years, so collectively it's a lot of years of security stuff. I also started with a bunch of statistics that basically would give us a failing grade. If we've been in this for all this time, the number of breaches go up year after year. The amount of dollars lost goes up every single year. So, what are we doing? So now, let's go fast forward and let's pretend we're at KPCB Leadership Salon Night 2020, and we're up here and we're talking about security. What are we talking about then? Like, what should we be talking about where we make some progress against the issue at hand? What do you think the topics are going to be?
We would have made progress in trust, the concept and everything it stands for with regards to the computing world we live in. Meaning that for the last decade, I don't think there's a person in this room, and as by a show of hands actually, is there a person in this room that feels they can trust the internet, the distributed kind of cloud and mobile we live in today, more today than you did 10 years ago? Anybody? There's two folks back here out of the crowd, right, that think they trust it more today than they did 10 years ago.
How do you use it?
Yep, how you use it. The problem is trust isn't just a technical issue. It's a user experience issue, and the experience has gotten pretty poor. I think 2020, we will be successful talking about how we help bring trust back to this world we live in, and all the topics that derive from making the problem small enough that people can trust again.
Because over these next 6 years, we will be losing trust, more and more trust.
We're only going in one direction right now.
All right, Derek, what are we going to be talking about when we're doing this in 2020?
So there was this interesting article that came out recently about what's the most dangerous animal in the physical world?
The honey badger.
Honey badger don't care.
So as people guessed, sharks and spiders and snakes, but actually it's mosquitoes, right? Mosquito will fly around and spread disease and cause massive epidemics, malaria and all this kind of thing. I think that from all the years spent studying insider threat and now trying to deflect automated attackers, what we see is there's a tiny number of very virulent bad actors. So if I flash forward that long into the future, I think that there will be a momentum gained around authentication in the cyber realm that lets us identify that tiny, less than 1% of bad actors who cause most of the pain in cyber, and we'll have a more effective means for going after them.
So we like to call it positive attribution.
Yeah, so in the physical world, right? We spray for mosquitoes. We have abatement. You don't leave standing water around. You get really aggressive about going after that, right? So, we're going to bring some of that. I don't know if it's a public-private partnership. I actually think that it's the realm of vendors, like the group of companies within the Kleiner family that will lead the way on being able to root out those bad actors.
You're saying if you were face-to-face with a mosquito or a honey badger, you're more scared of the mosquito? Is that? Barmak, same question for you.
I think as vendors would keep on automating. So I think we'll be here 6 years from now talking about the same levels of more sophisticated automation and that we were talking about today. So I don't think fundamentally in terms of innovation, things are going to change all that drastically, but I do think, going back to the topic we talked about 20 minutes ago, that as the role of the risk officer and the security officer elevates inside an organization, the level of OCD attached to what could go wrong is going to elevate accordingly. So I think companies will be held accountable. And you're seeing it the past year, 18 months. We were being attacked for a long time before that. But the level of press and awareness that has happened over the course of the last year and a half is uncanny. It's unlike anything we've seen probably 3 years prior to that. So I think as that level of awareness and press increases, level of accountability increases, and when the level of accountability increases, obviously the security posture and the risk posture of these companies are going to increase. Because I, again, don't fundamentally think human beings are built to worry about things that will go wrong unless it's sort of imposed upon us.